Hey there, welcome back to Jose's Zombie channel. My name is Fire. Today, we're gonna learn how to tell and ask for the time in English. So, before I start today's lesson, it seems to me that it's perfectly clear to entangle this slight confusion that would happen to be in some students' minds. By the way, from functional point of view, the term clock and watch taken together may give rise to uncertainty, to the extent that they both denote time measurement instruments, and also from the fact that they indistinctly show hour, minute, and second. However, the instrument called clock is often deemed in a room or on a wall of a building, whereas a watch is a type of small clock you put on your wrist and that can be carried wherever you go. Now that we have drawn subtle distinction between a clock and watch, let's get on the way investigation. What time is it? It's 1:05. It's 1:10. It's 1:15. It's 1:30. It's 1:45. It's 1:58. You see, telling the time using digital clock is pretty easy because this type of clock displays the time using numbers rather than dial and hands. In addition, the fascinating thing is with this type of clock, the speaker needs only to read the numerical value as it being displayed on the clock face. As I've mentioned it before, it's 1:05. Now, what if the speaker says it's 2:22? To me, this answer might seem to be a little more challenging to a non-native speaker in terms of comprehension, owing to two fundamental reasons. The first reason is extremely linked to the variety of ways of telling the time in English. For instance, in this context, instead of saying it's 2:22, the speaker could also say it's 1:58. Or it's 58 after 1. Why not it's 58 past 1, with or not any specification of time of day. The second reason is due to the ignorance of specific vocabulary related to the essential component of a clock, such as minute hand, hour hand, as they revolve around the clock face to show the time. Now, allow me to talk to you about type of clocks. So when we talk about clocks, we have two main types of clocks. We have analog clock and we have digital clock. A clock or watch is called analog when it has moving hands and numbers marked from 1 to 12 on the dial to show you time. On the other terms, I want to say digital clock is a clock that displays the time in a form of numbers rather than dial and hands. And analog clock is a clock that displays the time using hands that moves mechanically around the clock face to show you time. Now, you need to learn essential components of clock. You have minute hand, hour hand, case, and the dial or the clock face. Now, allow me to talk to you about each one of them in full detail. What is the minute hand? The minute hand is the bigger hand of a clock or watch face that revolves once each hour, and it indicates the minutes. It is also called big hand. The hour hand is the shorter hand of a clock or watch face that revolves twice each day, and it indicates the hour. It is also called little hand. Okay, little hand. What about the case? The case is the body that houses the essential component of a clock. Do you know something about the dial or the clock face? The clock face is a kind of graduated circular scale over which a needle travels around the clock face to show measurements. Now, you need to learn the most important part of the lesson, okay? How to use dial and hands to tell the time intuitively, okay? How to use dial and hands to tell the time intuitively. First of all, when you try to examine a clock or a dial, you're quickly going to notice that it's a kind of graduated circular scale which contains numerical sequence from 1 to 12, arranged at a regular interval for the purpose of ascertaining minutes and hour by means of hands as they move around the clock face. One more thing about the minute hand is that it takes just 5 minutes to travel around each interval. I mean, when it travels from 12 to 1, you are going to say it 5 past ... The dots indicate the hour, okay? You must replace the dots by hour. When it travels, okay, from 12 to 2, say it's 10 past ... When the minute hand travels again from 12 to 3, say it's 15 past ... Now, when the minute hand travels from 12 to 6, okay, say it's 30 past ... When it travels from 12 to 7, say it's 35 past ... When the minute hand travels from 12, I jump, okay, to 10, say it's 50 past ... As it continues its turn, when it travels from 12 to 58, say it's 58 past ... Now, when it travels from 12 to 12, say it's 12 o'clock. Now, it's o'clock, okay? Now, you need to learn the expression related to time. We say it's ... o'clock, okay? The dots must be replaced by a numerical value from 1 to 12. An example, it's 1 o'clock, it's 2 o'clock, it's 3 o'clock, okay? It's 4 o'clock, it's 6 o'clock, it's 9 o'clock, okay? Now, when the minute hand travels from 12 to 3, say it's quarter past ... Why we say quarter? Because when we try to consider an hour, we say an hour is a time period of 60 minutes. And then when you divide the clock face, okay, by 4, you have 15. Now 15 is the equivalent of quarter. This is why we say it's quarter past or it's quarter after ... Don't forget, the dots must be replaced, okay, by the hour. So when the minute hand points to 6, okay, say it's 30 past or it's half. Half because you divide the clock face in 2. It means 60 divided by 2, you have 30. So you can also say it's half past ... Now that you have learned the difficult part about telling the time using dial and hands, let me now give you more exercises so that you may learn more and be good at telling time. What time is it when the minute hand points to 1 and the hour hand points to 1? It's 5 past 1 or it's 5 after 1. Okay. What time is it when the minute hand points to 2 and the hour hand points to 1? Say it's 10 past 1, okay? Or it's 10 after 1. What time is it when the minute hand points to 3 and the hour hand points to 1? Say it's quarter past 1. So what time is it when the minute hand points to 6 and the hour hand point again to 1? Say it's 30 past 1 or it's half past 1. Now, what time is it when the minute hand points to 9 and the hour hand points to 1? Now you can say it's quarter to 2, okay? It's quarter to, you read the following hour. Now, what time is it when the minute hand points to 58 and the hour hand points to 1? Now say it's 2 to 2, okay? It's a little bit complicated, but now it's no more complicated for you. You need some remarks in order to master well today's lessons. With the number 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25, the word minute is not necessary. Okay, it's not necessary to use the word minute. I give you an example. Say it's 25 past 10. Okay, it's 17 minutes past 10. Okay, or it is 14 minutes past 10. But don't say it's 5 minutes past 10. No. If it's necessary to specify the time of day, use in the morning or in the evening. So in more formal context, we say PM and AM. You can't worry about PM and AM. AM means before noon and PM means afternoon. Now, when somebody asks you what time is it, say it's 6 o'clock AM or it's 6 o'clock PM, okay? PM in the evening, AM in the morning. Now, I can really thank you for making my day just by watching today's video. If you are a newcomer, please like first, share, and get subscribed if you are not subscribed. Goodbye, and see you on the next occasion. I love you too much. Goodbye.